All right. Well, thank you, Madam Chair and colleagues, for the very warm welcome. As we glance in the rearview mirror and check our current speed and then peer up ahead on the road ahead, it's clear that Arlington is blessed with a strong foundation deeply rooted in our shared values that will sustain our continued success as we meet the tumultuous challenges brought upon us by outside forces. I am deeply honored to join a high-functioning board with no shortage of needs or leadership to fulfill them. And I'm humbled to work together with my colleagues on innovative solutions to the many initiatives that we've already identified here tonight. As I've been duly warned, our budget this year will be rife with difficult choices constrained by a harsh revenue gap. Unfortunately, it's likely that the budget we ultimately adopt will disappoint some very deserving needs. Fortunately, fiscal discipline is easier to muster when guided by the moral compass of our core values. For example, the North Star of our moral compass is an excellent public education for every single one of our children. I'm excited to join Libby, representing this board on the Joint Facilities Advisory Commission, the JFAC, working with the school board, and I'm not going to hold it against Barbara that she had to excuse herself, to build consensus for a long-range plan to squeeze the most out of our limited land and precious dollars, with a county-wide solution for how our schools, fire stations, parks, libraries, and senior centers will fit together. Also, our moral compass has long guided a persistent focus on making sure Arlington has housing for everyone, and we remain steadfast in our resolve to implement the Affordable Housing Master Plan. Recognizing that we cannot subsidize our way to mass affordability, I am thrilled to join Chair Crystal in pursuing market-driven solutions to missing middle housing by modernizing our old-fashioned zoning ordinance. And finally, our moral bearings would be fruitless without the economic prosperity to fund our high quality of life. I join my colleagues in adding my full support for the manager's initiatives already underway to improve the culture of customer service of our county staff. I will look for every opportunity to empower county employees to help businesses and residents get to yes as quickly as possible while serving the public interest. Indeed, the moral compass of our core values will guide the direction we steer this community. But leadership must also address the speed and sometimes the baggage we carry on our journey. For decades, every board member who has sat on this dais, including tonight, has addressed the imperative for meaningful civic engagement, the Arlington way. With a dysfunctional federal administration straining the bounds of civility and good governance, I can only add to the chorus a resounding commitment to continual improvement of the manner, means, and methods by which our county government seeks the consent of the governed. In fact, given there is so much to do and limited precious resources, time and dollars, to achieve our goals, I hope to best serve the county by fostering civic engagement that delivers quality decisions in a predictable and timely manner. Numerous studies, work groups, and outreach over the years have culminated in the just released draft public engagement guide for capital projects. Mr. Manager, I hope Brian is happy that I think every single one of us has referenced this great work by your staff. Distilled from the 2012 PLACE Initiative and 2015 Community Facility Study, this guide presents with clarity the 4 levels of engagement and the 7 guiding principles that serve to engender trust between the county, neighbors, property owners, and the business community. Recognizing that an error is only a mistake if we choose not to correct it, I intend to lead by example and hold myself, this board, the manager and his staff, and every stakeholder who lobbies me accountable to the agreed upon framework. First, we will identify explicitly, upfront, and for every process, the expected level of citizen engagement, which progresses from inform to consult to involve and to collaborate. And notice missing from there is procrastinate, capitulate. Second, I will be a stickler for adherence to the guiding principles designed to foster honest dialogue. Truth is essential to good governance. Neighbors treating each other with mutual respect leads to consensus. County leaders and staff engender trust through transparent motives, timely information, and considered action. And because sound decisions are evidence-based, we should honor the wisdom that we are entitled to our own opinions, but not our own facts. To be blunt, I will not tolerate a play-to-win mentality from any side. Third, if we follow these first two guideposts, I believe we will find greater success in reaching actionable conclusions in a time-certain process. We will find consensus often, but when we can't, I will turn to our moral compass in fulfillment of my duty to focus on the future of Arlington. I cannot promise that everyone will get what they want, but I do pledge that there will be an inclusive and level playing field for everyone, with no predetermined outcomes, and a constant commitment to honest dialogue that seeks a full range of perspectives. As we look forward to the year ahead of us, with both concern and optimism, pragmatism and aspirations, and as I begin my first term on this board, I note with solace and gratitude that though there are factors we do not control that frame the future of this magnificent county, we hold our own destiny within our hearts and minds and will remain guided by our moral compass and commitment to government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Thank you and Happy New Year.